guys, so starting with the eyelids, I'm just going to prime them with the NARS Creamy Concealer just to make everything one color and even so the eyeshadows can all be very blended and beautiful and even. And I already said even, but yeah. For this look, I'm going to use the Tarteist Pro palette by Tarte, and I'm just using the color Classic right now to set the creamy concealer that I just used. So basically it just makes sure that it doesn't get oily throughout the day. So FYI, all the colors that I'm going to be using are on the very top row of the palette. So this color is Innocent, and that's going to be my transition color. I'm just using a fluffy brush that I got from the beauty supply store and just kind of buffing that through my crease, but I'm taking it a little bit farther up just because I have like a really big crease area, I guess you could say, so I kind of always bring mine farther up than normal. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit more dense, and I'm taking the color Whimsy and going a little bit below the color I just did, just to deepen my crease. So throughout the video, you're going to see me go in between the three brushes, the fluffy brush, the denser brush, and then the big fluffy brush by Real Techniques. Basically just blending out everything. So the biggest brush I used to blend out the transition color, the fluffy one I used to blend out the darker color, and then the denser one I just used to pack on more of that whimsy color. Now I'm taking a little bit more dense brush. It just kind of has an angle on it, and I'm taking the color Smoked, which is a dark brown, and I'm just deepening my crease even more. But I'm really focusing that dark brown on the outer corner, like I'm not bringing it even like towards the middle. I'm really just focusing on the outer corner with the smoked color. Now I'm taking Classic, psych, I'm just kidding. I'm taking Glam as my highlight. That's the like champagne-y gold color that's on the very right side. Now I'm taking a flat concealer brush with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is just a yellow color in the Pro Concealers, and I'm just kind of like cutting my crease, but I'm not really cutting my crease. Like I'm just putting that on the inner corner until about the middle of my eyelid, and that's just gonna be a base for the color that I'm gonna put on top of it. So I'm not like trying to cut my crease at all. It just kind of looks like it.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.
So now I'm taking this MAC pigment. I forget what it's called, but it's just the green pressed pigment, and it kind of reminds me of a mermaid, and that's what I feel whenever I wear it, so that's why I wear it.
Till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go.
Now I'm taking that dark brown color, it's called Smoked, and I'm just darkening the outer corner because I didn't take the green all the way to the outer corner, so I'm kind of just blending the two together. So I went ahead and did my lashes and my liner off camera because I'm not good at that yet. I can't do that shit on camera because I just can't get it in the frame. So now I'm just taking Benefit Professional on a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just putting that pretty much in my T-zone, but I'm putting it everywhere, but mostly in my T-zone.
I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll
Now I'm taking my all-time favorite base, the Bobbi Brown face base, and I'm just putting that on with the same brush and just patting it on and then rubbing it in with the brush.
through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Now I'm taking my Beauty Blender and Fix Plus and wetting it, and I'm just going over the face base, kind of just melting it into my skin instead of having it on top of my skin.
And we'll grow in number.
Now I'm taking the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation, and I'm in the color 106 right now. So I'm putting that all over with the same brush that I used for my primers and my face base, and I'm just going over my whole face with that, and then I'm going to go over with a Beauty Blender again to kind of like melt it in instead of just have it sit on my face.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Next, I'm taking in the NARS Creamy Concealer in the color Ginger, and I'm just putting that under my eyes because it's just a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone. And then I'm going to go in with a lighter concealer to highlight my T-zone and my chin. Basically, all the places that I want to bring forward and bring light to.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Now I'm taking the Hourglass foundation stick in the color Golden Almond, and I'm using that to bronze up my face, but I'm doing like a cream bronzer instead of a cream contour.
Sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Now I'm just gonna buff all that out with a dual fiber fan brush. I'm just using the dual fiber brush on the sides of my face, and then I'm gonna go in with a different brush to bronze my forehead, and then a different brush to bronze my nose. But they're all dual fiber brushes, so very natural and very light. Because when you use like a horsehair brush, it kind of gives it more of like a harsh blend out instead of like a very like subtle blend out.
Create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
And I'm just going to put a little bit more of that highlight, the creamy concealer, on the very bridge of my nose so it brings it forward more, so the bronzing on the side of my nose isn't too harsh. It kind of evens out with the creamy concealer. And I just put some L'Oreal Laura Mercier translucent powder on top of that. And now I'm gonna bake my under eyes with the same translucent powder.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and lightly dust that same translucent powder all over my face just to kind of set everything, but I don't want to bake the rest of my face. Next, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit and just use that warm shade to set that cream bronzer that I did.
And love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Now I'm taking that translucent powder again and I'm doing the bridge of my nose, and then I'm doing the my ear to my mouth, basically like right under my cheekbone, and I'm just gonna leave that on for maybe like a minute or two, no longer, because I don't want it to be super white. I just want it to be like a straight line. A Laura Geller baked blush palette, and I'm using one of the blushes to just give a little bit of color to my face. Next is my favorite part with my favorite highlighter by Laura Geller. It's Gilded Honey, and I put that pretty much everywhere I can find. Anything that's popping out, that's where it goes. Now I'm just dusting away that powder that was on there for like a minute or two. The one that was underneath my contour slash bronzer, and the one that's on the bridge of my nose. Now I'm just taking that color Whimsy and the color Smoked, and I'm just going along my bottom. I'm taking Whimsy all over my bottom lash line, and then I'm taking Smoked just on like the outer corner. So this is my second favorite part, is the lips. I'm just taking MAC's Cork lip liner and I'm lining my lips, and I'm lining them and then I'm going like all throughout my lips. So it's basically like I'm using it as lipstick. Then I'm taking a MAC lipstick in the color Creme de Nude, and I'm just going over that brown liner to kind of give my lips a big full look, because making the outer dark and then the inner like a lot lighter, like a very big contrast. It makes it look just pouty and big. And of course putting the shine gloss on top of it, because that makes it even more pouty looking. Then I'm just spraying my face with Fix Plus to kind of melt everything together. And then I am done. This is my final look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.